Hey Taurus, I'm Lucy Ravenstone and welcome to my channel. So I may need to start clearing my voice a few times. I'm very nasally. I'm still getting over the sickness that I've had. I had more sickness after I had COVID. So yes, I apologise for any kind of things happening. Anyway guys, so I'm doing a reading for August. I am using Lucy Cavendish, the Fairy Forest, as they are a favourite of mine. And I'm using the Energy Oracle cards for the main deck. Let's see what's in store for you for August, Taurus. Ooh. Okay, that one and then that one. And this one. Okay. So guys, first we have the cunning woman. Silent, observant and wily. Now I feel like during this time, with everything that's been building up to this moment, that this woman is perfect. She's in the perfect position. I feel like we've actually had her a few times when I have used them during my monthly readings this year. And I feel like it's this is kind of like where we are at, where we need to be a little bit more smarter with how we do things. I feel like we've probably been a bit kind of slack throughout the years and got to this place now. And I feel like this is everybody, because COVID kind of slowed us all down and got in the way of things. I feel like this is where we're starting to take action this year and change things to get it more balanced. The year of balance is what I said at the beginning of the year. So to me, this card is sort of saying, be cunning, be wise, observe. Do things smarter this time. Don't just do things for the sake of doing stuff. It's the time now to kind of put thought to action. Do things intentionally. Go forward fearlessly, but kind of, I want to say intellectually. Don't just do... No auto drive. Don't just do things for the sake of doing things. We're not in autopilot anymore, and I feel like it's just being more present in your life during August is very much needed. The first card is Deceit. Interesting. So I do feel like you've been working with, sorry, the cat oracle. Let me just pick up that card you knocked off. Sorry, my little black cat. I've got a black kitten as well. I rescued him from being a stray locally. And he doesn't understand that the table will fall. Okay, sorry, Deceit. So I feel like you're working with some kind of energy where there's hidden agendas, or you kind of, I want to say, lost trust in somebody, or you're losing trust and faith in something connected to somebody. And I feel like this is where we feel like we need to be more cunning as well. These two are kind of pair very well. Oh, that's really nicely focused, how I like it. It's focusing on our cunning woman as well. She's beautiful. And this to me, it just feels like there's this just something there, like a distrust. There's something to distrust, and this is the energy that we're working with. I feel like this is what's against us. This is what's making us see like I need to be more wiser now. I used to need to use my wisdom to kind of overcome obstacles that you've been facing to this point. And I do feel like it's kind of this new beginning of strength, this new kind of wave of strength. So I feel like, especially for me, because I'm a Taurus as well, it's kind of been like waves of strength and then bringing down, and strength and bringing down, and it's kind of exhausting. But I do feel like there's purpose to this, Taurus. And I feel like in August, like this is what we're getting, that wave of strength again. And I feel like it's kind of, I do want to say, I feel like now coming on to the second half of the year, we're kind of going to start seeing results. We're going to see the kind of the rewards, reaping the rewards of all the hardship that we've been going through. So this Deceit card's kind of saying, it feels like it's there, but this is what we're working with. This is what's against us. Healer of the Ages is in reverse next. So I feel like this Deceit that we've been working with. Now I feel like, again, this Deceit's what we've been working with. To me, it's like the past. It's what we've got that's kind of got us to this point. So think of situations that's got us to this point. Now it's kind of really done its work on you and it's breaking you down. Now I do feel, again, 2022 for Taurus is major, and I feel like there's a point of this is that it's to kind of crack you open, to kind of be reborn. And this Healer of Ages, if it was upright, I'd say this is a time, you go for a really healing period, in more of an awakening. But to me it's reversed, and I feel like it's breaking you down to the core to kind of be more like a fresh new beginning. So I don't think that you are broken. I feel like there's been these moments, and I can apply to myself with this and how I can explain this. Like, I've been so low during this stuff that I've been going through. However, it hasn't broken me. In moments, I thought, I'm broken. I don't think I can take much more. But I'm not broken. I'm here now. I'm strong. I'm feeling stronger again. It's that wave of strength and down. And I feel like we can't be broken. And I want you to use that strength. This is the cunning, wise wisdom, is using that strength of realizing that even though you've had really low points, you're still got up and you're here. And it's leading you to daughter value. So I feel like everything you're going through is really opening up those doors to abundance. And when I say abundance, I mean it's literally opening doors to just future, to change, and in a positive way. I mean, change to me is always positive anyway. And that's what it feels like here. That you're being broken down to kind of rebuild up. And I feel like this building up, so my watch is pinging with Instagram. So yeah, this is opening up the doors to abundance and greatness ahead of you. It really does feel like it's more opening up to future specifically, but it actually feels very abundant. Financially, I feel like you will be better off. I feel like, again, these are red doors. This is good fortune, and I feel this is what you're heading towards, is good fortune. Why is Instagram all of a sudden hitting up? Let me put my watch on silence. Put it on. Okay, it shouldn't ping anymore. I just think because you're right next to the mic, I can only imagine that's annoying. Okay, guys. The next column we have oath, promise, pledge, and contract. Interesting. I'm liking this. I feel like new things are coming. Now, this can be financial. This can be like a home contract. This can be it's just signing of something legal, signing of something, or kind of a commitment as well, if it's not literal legal signing. However, I'm getting that legal stuff. I feel like this is a great time to do that. So if you have anything in mind, get that done. Go ahead. It feels very like the light's shining on it. See, Oath, she kind of looks very, again, to me, she's giving me wise woman vibes. Again, sometimes the cards don't look like what I say, but I mean, she does to me. However, it's how they come across to me when I'm looking at it. And she feels like she's contented and direct. Now, Taurus, to me, I feel like focus really come out in my mind straight away. I feel like you need to focus on the prize. By prize, I mean where you want to be. Focus on the direction. Focus on one, like, I want to say one thing. It doesn't have to be one specific thing. I just kind of feel like if you have a goal, to really focus on achieving that goal. It's kind of like just let go of any noise, let go of anything else, just kind of put all your energy where you want it to go during this time. I feel like that will be a very practical thing during this time, specifically around something to make a contract. She is giving me kind of a commitment vibe. So if this is relationships, I kind of feel like it's a great time for commitment. It could mean that there may be something that takes you next level as well, in terms of relationships, work, any areas of your life. I feel that to say next level with this oath, and it's commitment, to commit to it. And I definitely feel like that's something you personally need to commit to, something all tied up. So I definitely feel like this is giving me previous to now vibes. It's like feeling like you feel like that your options are limited, or that you can't make a move because something is getting in the way with this. The next card is man holding a card in reverse, and I feel like an actual man may be getting in the way of whatever it is that's the commitment. So it could be that there may be a male in the workplace who's getting in your way, or a relationship, and just a man getting in the way of perhaps you moving on, or in this area with this contract, with this commitment. Could be an ex as well. An ex getting in the way and just making you feel tied up. I feel like you want to be free, and I feel like you are free within these restraints. And I feel like, again, if you look at her imagery, her restraints are vines and things are growing on them. I feel like even though the vines are restricting you in certain ways, there's growth there on it. I do feel like it's not permanent, that this is just a moment. Again, new beginnings. I feel like, again, you need to release those restrictions. They are just plant vines, and I feel like, to me, I get this sense of you can rip them off, But yes, be wary of this man holding a coin. He could financially be getting in your way. He could be a blockage in your path, something like this. The man holding a coin upright would say that, there's a man that might come in to give you ideas or help you along the way. To me, this is reversed, and I feel like it could just be someone getting in your way. Now, I don't usually put gender to cards, but in this deck, there is a lady with a coin and a man with a coin, so it's kind of specific genders with what comes up. So I would say definitely masculine, male energy with that. And it could potentially be that it's just a male kind of force that's against you. So it could be if you're going for a promotion or a job or signing a new job, that there might be some male dominance there that could intervene. It's just that masculine energy is what I am feeling for you, Taurus. Goddess in the moon. I'm sorry, I have to keep clearing my voice. I'm hoping by next month I'll be non-congested and be all good. Anyway, Goddess of the Moon is our next card. Now, interestingly, these two cards came up for Capricorn too, but they were both reversed. For you, Goddess of the Moon is upright. So I feel like things are being revealed, things are coming to light, dreams are visible, and aspirations are within your fingertips. This is a really good sign. I feel like you are doing your best to reach your goals as well, I want to say. Now, the moon in tarot can be things being revealed, and I definitely feel that aspect of things being revealed for you. So my cat jumped up. But in a positive way. I feel like now you're seeing clearly, now you can see your goals in sight, now you are reaching for them and making them reality. Taking them down from the sky and bringing them towards you is the vibe I'm getting here. And it does feel like it's filtering down like rain. I'll show you the image again. Around her, there's kind of like a cloud-like energy coming down. I feel like it's like coming down here. That's what's catching my attention. And I feel like it's your dreams coming into reality now, or your aspirations coming towards you. Interesting. Okay, so the next is the Head Witch. Her wisdom, secrets, and hidden love. Oh, hidden law. Sorry, I read that wrong. Hidden law. I was thinking hidden love. I didn't feel that. Okay. So with this one, she is giving me kind of strength. I'll show you the imagery. Look at that look, that gaze. She's powerful. And with the cunning woman as well. What have we got? I'm going to show you all three of these cards to show you, to me, this is you in these positions. You're the cunning woman. You are Oath. And with Oath as well, it's like I feel like you are genuine. You are kind of just. It's a justice card too to me. So during this time, things could really be coming into... I want to say justice, like making things fair, things coming into balance, things being shown, but in a way that's kind of positive towards you is how I feel actually, which is quite interesting. The Head Witch, there you go. Again, all three powerful, that's what I was showing you, sorry, it's distracted. They all look kind of really just, they're concentrating, they're focused, and that focus and that gaze is getting me. Now with this, I feel like earthy grounding is beneficial here. A Head Witch is all about that grounding, working with the earth, working with herbs and her garden and food and that kind of thing. And I feel like that's the whole point here. It's to be grounded and work upon yourself. Take time with nature, get outside, and focus on kind of your own wisdom instead of outside is what I want to say with this. Don't listen to what anyone else, like gossiping or he says, she says kind of thing. Focus on what you know. I feel like you're very wise during this time, and I feel like your intuition is on point, so listen to it. Angel of Strength in reverse. Interesting. Let's have a look. So I definitely feel like we have allowed our fears to kind of be the forefront. You might get a cattail just flashing in the view. That's Oracle's tail, I think. And Magic is next to you as well. That was Magic. Okay, anyway, sorry. Your fears. To me, I feel like your vulnerabilities, you've allowed them to be on the surface, and you're kind of hiding behind them. I'm getting this sense of you feeling very vulnerable and kind of keeping your... I want to say keeping your thoughts to yourself, but it doesn't feel quite like that. It's like keeping your ideas to yourself, keeping things below, while allowing your vulnerability to kind of be more on the surface. And that matches with earlier of kind of having those ups and downs and allowing yourself to get so low before the strength comes in. This is where I feel like you are at still, and this is why and I do get kind of like the thoughts and gossiping that I mentioned a second ago. I feel like that's putting you in that place of feeling vulnerable. So be wary of that, Taurus. Attachment. So it's time for you to let go of attachments that no longer serve. Anything that feels sentimental, I feel like you could be holding on to that, and it's a time to let go. Sorry guys, my cats are little nightmares. And time to be your authentic self. I feel like it's time for you to kind of take off that mask and stop kind of people pleasing. It's time for you to start allowing you to show yourself and realize that you can let go of your restraints. Oracle. Because here, I'll show you the imagery. See, she is tied up to this pole. She is holding a mask, and she's taken the mask off. To me, she's still looking back at what was. That kind of, I feel like she's looking back to who she was. It feels as though it's kind of this nostalgia, and that's kind of keeping her in place. Instead of focusing on how to get that restraint off her wrist and whether she can move or not, it definitely feels as though the chains are not bound, they're not binding her, but she's not focusing on what's keeping her stuck in this place. She's focusing on kind of the aesthetic parts of a situation. So with this vulnerability, to me, with those two together, you may be focusing on what is kind of the delusion of a situation, the illusion, of a situation, where it's kind of like you're focusing on how somebody made you feel, how you feel. You're focusing on all these things instead of focusing on, hang on, I know I need to get away from this situation now. It doesn't matter how I felt. Because it doesn't matter how you felt or how you feel to a degree if you know that it's better for you to move on from that area, is how I feel like with this. The next card is attachment. Now, if you look, she is focusing on the mask and not on kind of what's binding her and keeping her in place. To me, I feel like this is sort of saying, it's like kind of focusing on the attachment to something, kind of like a sentimental attachment. So there's something that needs to be let go, but instead we focus on that. We kind of hold on to something that like too tightly, and even when we try and let it go, it's kind of like we just can't, because we have that sentimental value to it. This is kind of saying, like, if you do that, you're causing these restrictions on yourself. You are kind of keeping the chains. And in the imagery, I'm pretty sure the chains are not actually attached to the wood, and she could just walk away. And this is the whole point. It's like realizing that your attachment to something could perhaps be what's hindering you and keeping you in place. So it is more beneficial to you and everyone around you to let go. Keep that in mind. The next card is Daughter Romance in reverse. And again, this gives me the sense of like kind of holding on to something. I would like to say as well with this Daughter Romance in reverse, I feel like it's because you may be focusing on the wrong thing. So you might be getting grumpy and moody, stubborn, as those Taurus people do. And this is stopping you from appreciating the romance that is there, or the potential of kind of love anyway. It may not even be romance, it could be love from family members, from friends, but I just feel like because you are so focused on what was, or what could be, or like some kind of attachment to something, just stubbornness is what I want to say, and feeling vulnerable, because when, like I said earlier, being so low, I feel like that vulnerability is kind of just keeping you again behind this door to that romance, and it feels like you are shutting the doors on yourself. It's kind of a protection way because of feeling vulnerable. So be wary of this. Again, it's not allowing others to affect our energy with that head witch. I really feel like that's what she's saying to me, is that you need to ground yourself and realize like the words and feelings and opinions of others should not be influencing you in any way, shape or form other than an expression of love. That's how I feel with this, with those three in a row. So thank you so much, Taurus. I hope that makes sense. I had to pause you for a second there because I have the children home. But thank you so much, and I'll see you next month.